Hey everybody, today we're in John chapter 18. It's a really heavy, dense chapter where Jesus is betrayed and put on trial. So let's start in verse 1 and we'll read to verse 11 and then we'll talk about it. So let's read together. When Jesus had spoken these words, he went out with his disciples across the brook Kidron, where there was a garden, which he and his disciples entered. Now Judas, who betrayed him, also knew the place, for Jesus often met there with his disciples. So Judas, having procured a band of soldiers and some officers from the chief priests and the Pharisees, went there with lanterns and torches and weapons. Then Jesus, knowing all that would happen to him, came forward and said to them, "Whom do you seek?" They answered, "Jesus of Nazareth." Jesus said to them, "I am he." Judas, who betrayed him, was standing with them. And when Jesus said to them, "I am he," they drew back and fell to the ground. So he asked them again, "Whom do you seek?" And they said, "Jesus of Nazareth." Jesus answered, "I told you that I am he. So if you seek me, let these men go." This was to fulfill the word that he had spoken, "Of those whom you gave me, I have lost not one." Then Simon Peter, having a sword, drew it and struck the high priest's servant and cut off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. So Jesus said to Peter, "Put your sword away. Put your sword into its sheath. Shall I not drink the cup that the Father has given me?" Now, my first thoughts on this chapter is that of all the books and even all the chapters in John that I've gotten to go over, this one feels the most cinematic to me. And what I mean by cinematic, and maybe I've been watching too much movies in all of this quarantine downtime, but it feels like everything is falling into place and you can feel the injustice. You can feel the wrong that's about to be placed on Jesus. And I get serious To Kill a Mockingbird vibes from this whole scene. If you've ever read To Kill a Mockingbird, it's set in Alabama in the Great Depression, and it deals heavily with injustice and racism in particular. But Tom Robinson is put on trial, and he's defended by Atticus Finch, but he's wrongly convicted. And I remember reading that and really feeling the injustice. And I get that same exact feeling when I read these words out of John 18. And really, any story like To Kill a Mockingbird is a reflection of this great and crucial story that we see in John. Jesus steps forward, and that's summing up the entire heroicism of Jesus. In verse 4 it says, "Then Jesus, knowing all that would happen to him, stepped forward." I think that's beautiful. I think that's amazing, because Jesus knew exactly what was going to happen to him. He knew what he was about to go through. And yet, he placed himself between these guards and Judas and the cowering and stupid, plain stupid disciples. I mean, Simon Peter is just a madman in this verse. And we see like how helpless and deprived and completely clueless the disciples are, and how much of a reflection they are of ourselves and the different kind of approaches that we would take to this story and to this situation. But please know that Jesus is a hero that has stepped forward for you. He knew the injustice that he was going to face. He knew the punishment and the pain that he was about to face for us. He stepped into that for you. So you are so loved, church. You are so greatly loved today. And I hope that encourages you. Be well, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.